後ろ宮リオンです。
リオン
Leon. Lion.
誰だお前
It's gonna be much easier to say that.
理科の理に魚するの魚でリオンと読みます。
Never mind. Okay, it's apparently for a reason it's Leon.
ちょっと日本人っぽくない名前ですよね。
Will stared at Leon's face, wearing a confused expression. He hadn't seemed to be particularly interested in Kraus, but apparently Leon had drawn some sort of reaction from him. Rather than interest, it was more as though he felt it like something was out of place, like you don't belong here.
旦那様奥様がそろそろとそうか一同の諸君ここで賑やかにしては個人もうるさがるだろう控室の準備が整ったそうだ場所を変えようではないか
When Kraus called out to everyone, they began to move towards the chapel waiting room.
すまんリオンはしばしお客様のお相手を頼む私はみんなを控室に案内する
はい、父さん。
It looked like a natural conversation with no awkwardness for either father or child.
親子なのか
そうですが、何か。
後宮クラウスの子供はジェシカのはずだ
ジェシカは妹です。お呼びする必要はありますか？
いや、ない
Apparently, some sort of game was already being played right off the bat. Scratching at his head with an irritated look on his face, Will glanced around.
失礼ですが、あなた様は個人とはどのようなご関係で？
全く何もねえ迷惑な話さ
Thanks.
ではあなたはどうしてこの葬儀に？
Since Leon was a fairly mild person, Will's behavior was met with nothing more than a blank expression. A normal person would probably have put a dubious look long before this. Will scratched his head again and yelled angrily at someone other than Leon.
来たぜそろそろ顔を出しやがれ
The members of the Ushiromiya family had already followed Kraus's instructions and moved to the waiting room. By now, no one could be seen in this cold, vast chapel decorated with gold roses except for Will and Leon.
よく来たわね。
Oh, hey, Burn.
異端審問官、魔術師狩りのライト。
It's been so long. The girl's voice came suddenly from behind the pair. When Leon turned around in surprise, the girl had appeared out of nowhere and drifted down on top of the altar. She landed softly on the sacred funeral altar as though this was perfectly normal, crushing the golden roses under her shoes. Of course, Leon did not know this girl. Just why on earth were all these people unrelated to the funeral popping up one after another?
俺はもう引退だ仕事なら新しいライトに頼みな。
いいえ、あなたに頼みたいのよ。この事件を送った物語は読んでくれたかしら。
斜め読み程度にはな。
あなたがどなたか存じませんが、そこから降りてください。そこは神聖な祭壇ですよ。
Snapping out of a daze, Leon told the girl to get down off the altar, but the girl ignored this completely. On top of that, Will kept on talking to the girl as though Leon wasn't even there.
リオンとか言ったな。こいつは何者だ？
その子が名乗った通りよ。
Ushiromiya Leon. There's no case of a person with that name appearing in any of the previous games.
お前の駒なのか？
いいえ。このゲーム版の正しく正当な駒。登場人物よ。
ゲームマスターはお前だ。なら、お前の駒だろ。
ベアとの猫箱よりもっと大きな猫箱で閉ざした。
great.
リオンはその中で生まれ得る可能性を持つ一つの駒。
そういうことか。結局お前の駒というわけだ。
私が置いた駒という意味では正しいわ。
ただしエリカのような配下の駒ではないという。
エリカって誰？
God, you're so horrible.
エリカさん？
理解しようとするな。頭痛になら。
Leon didn't have a clue what they were talking about. However, it seemed clear that neither of them were familiar. They both knew a lot about the Ushimiya family.
私にはあなたたちが何の話をしているのか分かりません。とにかくそこのお嬢さん、その祭壇から降りてください。後ろ宮家次期当主としてお願い申し上げます。
Even Leon was finally forced to speak in a raised voice at this girl who continued to chat while casually standing on the altar. However, the girl ignored this completely. On the other hand, Will did show a reaction.
次期当主はクラウスのはずだ。
父クラウスは私が20歳になるまでの間の当主代行です。
That's what happens when you are directly descended from Cross himself, or Kenzo himself,
20歳になると同時に次期当主である私が
and come from
当主を継
Beatrice.
承することになっています。
初耳だ。証拠はあるのか？
The head ring, probably. Seeing that even Leon was starting to get ticked off by now, that calm expression seemed to twitch slightly.
これは次期当主に許されている片翼のわしの銀の指輪です。これで証拠になりますか？
銀の指輪？金の？当主の指輪は何度も登場したが、次期当主の銀の指輪など初耳だ。クラウスもジェシカもそんなものを指に通していた記憶がね
え。嬉しいわ。斜め読みにしてはちゃんと読んでくれてるじゃない。
Shut up.
魔女のよこす文章はどこにろくでもねえことが書いてあるか分かったもんじゃね。
That's very true.
ましてやそれが元老院の大魔女とくりゃな。
あなた方は一体何者なんですか？失礼だが、私には何の話をしているのかさっぱりわかりません。個人への喧嘩がお済みでしたら、どうぞお引き取りを。どうやらあなた方は当家がおもてなしすべき方々ではないようです。
Leon finally ran out of patience. These were the strict words that this gentle kid could unleash. However, Will and the girl seemed not to care at all.
俺も来たくて来たわけじゃね
え。時間の無駄だから話を進めるわ。ライト、このゲームに挑みなさい。ゲームマスターベルンカステルの名においてこのゲームにあなたを招待してあげるわ。
お断りだ。
どうして？
The fuck, why not?
俺はもう引退する身だ。
Too bad. You're getting in there.
推理もミステリーも知ったことか。
何をして余生を過ごすというの？魔術師狩りのライトが魔女狩りをやめて。
Yeah, I'm going into fish hunting, right? I'm just going to be fishing.
狐狩りでも潮干狩りでもするさ。俺がここに来たのはあんたと余生を語るためじゃねえ。
断るために来たと。
Hell yeah.
ご検察いただき光栄の極みと知りたまいなり。
なら好きにしたらいいわ。どこへでも行けばいい。ただしここから立ち去れればの話だけれど。
それで条件と報酬は？
In truth, Will had already given up from the beginning. He knew he was incapable of refusing an invitation from the great Lady Byrne.
ベアトリーチェを殺したのは誰か。それが私のゲームよ。報酬は私に対するその無礼な口の利き方を許すことと、この礼拝堂を立ち去る権利。
退屈を愛さない魔女は存在な言葉を愛すると聞いたぜ。
それは
1000年を生き飽きたババア魔女の話よ。私はまだまだ若いからあんたみたいな言葉遣いの男をどんな過酷な運命に閉じ込めてやろうかと無双することを愛する
それだ。敵は誰だ？
の。いないわ。妨害などするわけもない。このゲームをあなたが美しく詰めるところをただ私たちは感激したいだけ。仲間も用意する。それがそのリオンよ。
After hearing that name spoken out of the blue, Leon frowned once more. Apparently, they were moving things along without Leon's knowledge or understanding, which was truly irritating.
リオンは後ろ宮家の人間。後ろ宮家の誰とも面識のないあなたには心強い味方となってくれるでしょ
う。何の話か分かりかねますが、事情のわからない話には何もご協力はできかねますよ。
だそうだ。頼もしい限りだな。
私と我が主を楽しませなさい。魔術師狩りのライト。アウアウは行儀のいい感激者だけれど。
Oh, wow, wow. That is still fucking hilarious.
私は退屈するとポップコーンを投げつけたりしちゃうかもね。
Will scratched at his head with a displeased look on his face. He wasn't at all interested in getting involved. But by now he realized that he couldn't disobey Burns' orders. Then he approached the casket and pointed at its rose-filled insides.
ベアトリーチェ殺人事件の依頼とのことだが、バンダイン20則第7則死体なき事件であることを禁ず。
悪魔の証明ね。棺にないだけじゃない。
Thank God.
死体が存在しないことをあなたが証明できない限り、これはミステリーよ。
第1則手がかりすべての揃わぬ事件を禁ず。
I can't wait until they just give me all 20.
安心なさい。すべてはここに揃っている。
Everything is gathered here. That's foreboding. There was no change in Will's unsatisfied expression. But he seemed to have understood the general pattern of this place. From the moment a mere inquisitor of heresy was summoned by an uninhabited, fickle, cruel great witch of the Senate, he would be treated as no more than an underling. All along, he had possessed no way to refuse her.
この空っぽの棺の主を殺したのは誰か。引き受けてやろう。ただし俺の流儀でやらせてもらう。
ご自由に。
まず最初にすることはお前に現状を理解させることだな。
それをお願いできると私もとても助かります。
Leon's expression seemed nonplussed, angry and confused all at the same time.
キラ、実際に見た方が早い。
いいでしょう。音もしましょうとも。
Will signaled with his chin for Leon to follow him and spun around. After snorting once in an unsatisfied manner, Leon followed him as though resigned to see Will's little show. As we watched the pair leave the chapel, Byrne sneered silently at them with a cold smile on her face.
尊厳なる感激と戯曲と傍観の魔女
Something.
フェザリーヌなんとかアウアウローラの巫女にして奇跡の魔女ベルンカステルの名においてこのゲームの開始を宣言するわ物語のタイトルは黄金の魔女のレクイエムベアとの葬儀にふさわしい物語を紡ぎなさいさてどんな腹渡を引きずり出してくれるやら
She watched until the pair had left the chapel. Byrne's form evaporated into the empty air just as she had arrived. All that remained was her unpleasant cackling. Outside it was still raining. When Kenan saw the guest and the head successor approaching the reception desk, he bowed deeply.
ご苦労様です。休んで結構ですので、外してもらえますか。
カノンです。かしこまりました。
Kenan bowed deeply, then disappeared.
下々の名前まではいちいち覚えていないってか。
当家には若い使用人が大勢出入りしており、入れ替わりも頻繁ですので。さて、何をどう理解させてくれるのですか。あなた様は何者で、当家にどのようなご用がおありで。もちろん納得させてくれなくて構いません。このままお帰りいただければいいだけですので。
もう帰れねえのさ。俺も誰もな。
もういい加減にしてくれませんか。そのよくわからない煙に巻くような喋り方は、私にだって我慢の限界というものがあります。私では見送りにならないというなら、源氏と合田にお送りさせてもいいのですよ。
騒ぐな。こいつを見てろ。
見ればわかります。葬儀用のバラです。まさか手品でも見せてくれるおつもりで。
Will took one of the flower offerings, then showed it to Leon as though pointing out that there were no mechanisms or tricks. Then he slowly lifted it upwards.
見てろ。
ええ、見てますよ。鳩でも飛び出すんですか。それともクラッカーと万国旗にでも。
Will threw the rose. Anyone who would have expected it to fly in an arc and land in some puddle. It didn't, which was why Leon had been struck dumb. The rose Will had thrown certainly had flown in an arc. It should have sped on rapidly through the air. However, as soon as it passed out from the shade of the eaves and was about to reach the rain, it stopped right in midair, as though the air surrounding it had turned into syrup. The fuck? That wasn't all. As it hung in midair, the rose's beautiful golden petals began to darken one after another. And it became a black husk like burnt charcoal. And even after this happened, it remained suspended there in the air.
何の手品ですか。
動くな。
Leon had moved closer to try and touch the remains of the rose, which still hung in the air. Will had roughly blocked the way of his arm. It was as though he was telling Leon that leaving this place meant certain death.
この礼拝堂がかけらから切り離された。この礼拝堂は今濃縮された時間の渦に閉じ込められている。
それはどういうことですか？
めんどくせえからはしょる。つまりさっきの魔女のゲームに付き合わねえ限り誰もここから出られね
え。なんですって？もう葬儀は終わっています。お屋敷やゲストハウスに戻りたい方々もいらっしゃるでしょう。こんなことは困ります。
恨むならあの魔女を恨め。俺も帰れなくていい迷惑だ。
あの少女はあなたの友人でしょ。この変なのをやめさせてください。
あいつは今頃ポップコーンのバケツでも抱いて観客席だろう。呼んだって現れね
え。わけがわからない。
That short sentence described all of Leon's feelings at that moment. However, Leon had seen the rose wheel through, wither in an instant in the rainy darkness. Leon had tried doing the same thing with another rose, but the effect was exactly the same. What the hell? No one would want to use their own body to test this fearsome something that would make the rose crumble instantly.
ここから解放される方法はただ一つ。ベルンカステルのゲームに付き合うことだけだ。
ベアトリーチェを殺したのは誰かでしたか？
そいつを調べろと仰せだ。お前がそれを聞かせてくれりゃ話は早い。気まぐれ魔女は大満足。お前は厄介払いができて、俺は帰ってダイアナとデートだ。あまり待たせすぎるとまたソファーをズタボロにしちまわ。
ベアトリーチェを殺したのは誰かなんて。葬儀に押しかけて遺族に聞くこととは思えませんね。
遺族に聞き込みはミステリーの基本だ。諦めろ。ベアトリーチェってのは当主金蔵の愛人だってのは分かってる。
あなたは本当に不思議な人だ。どうしてそこまで当家のことをご存知なのですか？やはり当家に縁のある方なのでは。
Will knew so much about the Ushirimiya family because Burn had shown him all of the fragments so far. Of course, he had sort of a connection with the Ushirimiya family himself. A very plane of his existence was on a different level.
しかし、ベアトリーチェはだいぶ昔に死んでいる。現時の証言では、屋敷の竣工前に死んでるってことになってるが、死んだ理由は明らかじゃねえ。正直なところ、殺されたってのは初耳だ。
Well, this is a completely different
聞か
world.
せてくれ。
私の名は後宮リオンと申します。
ウィラードだ。ウィルでいい。
For the first time, Will introduced himself. The mutual introduction was finally completed, and Leon was finally able to talk with him on even footing. However, Leon took a deep breath and looked up at the sky wearing a vague smile.
ウィルさん。
ウィルでいい。俺もリオンと呼ぶ。
ウィル。正直なところ、私にもベアトリーチェという人物のことがよくわからないのです。
なるほど。一応 ゲームにはなるわけか。
If only Leon could have told him everything, revealing the truth without any effort from Will. Apparently things wouldn't be so easy after all.
ベアトリーチェの名と姿を後ろ宮家に出入りするもので知らぬものはないでしょう。
Yeah, she's pretty distinct.
大広間にでかい肖像画が飾ってあるからな。肖像画の掲示は1984年の4月だ。
本当にあなたはどうしてそんなことまで。やれやれ。それを疑問に思うのももうやめることにします。どうせあなたにまた煙に巻かれるんですからね。
Leon was the successor to the head and lived with the main family. Kinzo frequently chose to speak with his successor. Because of this, Leon must have been used to chatting with people who were moody or hard to follow. That just barely begins to describe Kinzo. With the understanding that getting stuck on the details would be nothing but a waste of time, the conversation naturally fell into a pattern as though Leon and this unknown man Will had been friends for a long time.
誰もがベアトリーチェを知っている。なのに誰も知らねえ。会ったことがあるのは当主金蔵だけだ。
当主様は今日は特にお心が不安定でいらっしゃいます。タイミングを見て私が紹介しますので、なるべく慎んだ態度でお願いしますよ、ビルさん。
話が早えな。てっきりもっと非協力的かと思ってたぜ。
長年当主様のお相手をしていると、大抵の理不尽な事態とはある種の諦めを持って接することができるようになりますので。
I mean, yeah. Dealing with Kinzo constantly, nothing would surprise me. Burnett set up a barrier cutting the chapel off from the rest of the world. To destroy that, they would have to find out who killed Beatrice. For Leon, who had already experienced many of Kinzo's rantings, understanding this much was all that was necessary. That's one way to end it. This is getting very interesting. Because I'm very much fucking confused of what the hell's happening. This has to be, it might be, I'm not sure what it would be. It's some kind of, it can't be the truth, like the ultimate truth, for the sheer fact that, I just don't think it would. Because this has to be the timeline, if Natsui had kept the baby that was given to him by Kinzo. This has to be that kind of timeline. Because it doesn't make sense for it not to be that timeline. Just a random person just shows up. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm your kid now. Like, they just happened to get pregnant. I wonder if everything else has been updated yet. Oh, it has. And yeah, it's directly from Kinzo. Okay. So the link here, it kind of just tells me that's how it's gonna be. Because theoretically what they could have done is put Kraus here and put a line. Like if they moved everyone up, put a line from like the diagonally, but they didn't. They chose to instead do it this way. I'm not saying it's like the end all be all that it's, you know, set in stone that yes, it's definitely its kid. It's just more than likely the direct descendant from him, and it's Beatrice, or child Beatrice, if you want to go age-wise. But yeah, turning 20, it's these two. If the child was accepted, it becomes Leon. I think that's what's gonna end up working out as. Though, early predictions, early mistakes probably, right? The Umineko family members were relaxing here and there around the waiting room. A light buffet-style meal had been set up, but it was a bit stale and not particularly appealing. Where's Vagoda? Even so, those voracious kids sometimes find it intensely interesting. The cousins had set up camp around it, with Maria at the center. The adult sibling had also formed a group in a different corner. Perhaps because of Kenzo's absence, everyone seemed to be a little bit more relaxed.
リオン、どこへ行っていたのですか？そちらの方は。
母さん、お客様のお相手をしていました。ウィル、こちらは母の夏日です。
紹介はいらねえ。ただ話を聞かせてくれりゃいい。
え、何かおっしゃいまして？
I wasn't listening.
いいえ、何も。こちらはウィルさん。個人に縁ある方だそうです。
With a smile, Leon casually smoothed over Will's words.
彼はベアトリーチェのことをより詳しく知りたがっています。
I mean, who doesn't?
母さんはベアトリーチェについては何かご存知ですか？